Our today's topic is like should alimony be legal? So this is very heated topic, and like if you are passionate about discussing real issues and sharing your perspective, don't miss out to participate in the live debate. And please register on the Heatic Debate app. So finally, we will start the topic. So topic is should alimony be legal? So today we have Prashant and Sweety. So like the Sweety is going to only listen the debate, and Prashant and I both will discuss on the topic. So starting with Prashant, so like what do you think about this topic? Like should alimony be legal or illegal?
I do not support that alimony should be legal, and there are several of arguments I would like to make. First being, it is also about personal responsibility and equality. I believe that alimony is based on outdated gender norms that assume one spouse, usually the woman, needs long-term financial support after divorce. And in today's society, both women and men are expected to be self-sufficient. Continuing to enforce alimony implies that one party cannot survive without the other, which contradicts the principle of gender equality and personal responsibility. Let's say in most modern households, both partners contribute to income. So why should one pay indefinitely after the relationship ends? Second being about economic justice. And I truly believe that alimony creates financial injustice by punishing one party, often for decades, regardless of the circumstances of the divorce. It essentially forces one person to continue supporting someone they are no longer with, which is a violation of personal freedom and financial economy. If a relationship is over, why should the financial ties remain as if it isn't? uh, there's also exploitation and abuse of the system. Like the current alimony system is rife for abuse, where some recipients become dependent and lack motivation to become self-sufficient, leading to long-term payouts for the payer. In some cases, individuals refuse to work or remarry simply to continue receiving alimony. There are cases where people are still paying alimony more than 20 years after a short marriage. How is that fair? Rather than legal alimony, courts should focus on fair division of assets, temporary support, or job restraining programs. These alternatives support transition without creating a lifetime burden. And divorce, I think, should be a clean break. Marriage is a personal contract where when that contract ends, obligations should end too, except for child support, which is about the child and not the ex-partner. Alimony turns divorce into a lifetime sentence for some, which is unjust. So I
Yeah.
think these are my points, and I truly stand for this.
Okay. So like Prashant, what about like see sometimes the women's are non-working also. Okay, and when the divorce happens, so they also want the financial support. So like what do you think about it? Like is it like then in that condition the woman should get the alimony or not?
No, let me ask a counter question. If
Yeah,
men's are
okay.
not working, will they receive alimony? Would
Yeah,
that be
but
just?
I
Would
guess there is no law for them.
Yeah, but why there's no law? It should be fair and equal, right? Why only for women? Why not for men then? Let's say man is
That's
handicapped. Let's say man is handicapped, right? Or maybe not privileged or something, is blind or something like that, disabled. Then will he receive the alimony too?
no, I guess it's a very good point, but I think there is no laws for men.
That is what there should be laws for men also. Why is there is a country where there's no laws for men?
Yeah, and
After all,
if you see like the alimony concept and the dowry is the same, I guess.
no, I think dowry is no longer relevant in today's society. I think it's a bit outdated, and they
Yeah,
have
like no,
abolished.
but if you see in the India, like I belong from the India, so dowry is still acceptable. Like in some villages, or some religions, like still follow the concept of it. But it's, I know that it's illegal, but the alimony is also, I guess, somewhere it's illegal too.
No, I think both should be illegal. Like even dowry and this alimony. Because see, in today's society, if you see both men and women, they are both gaining education. They are both working class, and both should be self-sufficient. It's not just that man will sit home or woman will sit home. There's special circumstances where I really do think that there may be circumstances where a woman would be pregnant or something like that. Then it is understandable. But let's say like even after short marriages, like and women, because what will happen, like in these scenarios, women will try to kind of swindle man, like just to marry that person, like being
Yeah,
weak, to just get alimony and divorce just in just like few days
yeah,
or
but
few weeks.
like women can also misuse the alimony
Misuse
law,
the
like
power. Yeah, misuse
yeah,
the
misuse the
law.
power. But Prashant, like I want to ask that why only like women get the alimony? Like why not men's also?
No, they should request
Like
for it. I mean, if they should be true and like it should fair, equal and fair. I mean, like if see, it shouldn't be a gender biased society. It's not like if a woman is eating gulab jamun, a man should also eat gulab jamun. I mean, like it's like everything should be equal. Like it's not like just one is getting something and other is not getting something. You know,
yeah,
and in
right.
terms of I'm talking primarily for the law, right?
Yeah, yeah, right. But in this currently scenario, like there the alimony concept is only made for the women, and I have seen many times that women's use the alimony law, like they use it for their financial, like even if they are financial strong, then also they get the alimony.
That is what I believe. I truly believe it is wrong and it is
Yeah,
unjust.
and you see that many divorce has happened in which many big celebrities also get the alimony even they are already financial stable.
Yeah, and I contradict, I object that belief that,
Yeah,
let's say, on the contrary, if a man is handicapped, right? So no, even man should get alimony then.
yeah, Prashant, I agreed with it because if the man is handicapped, then he should also get the alimony. But I don't know like why there is no law for them.
I
I
mean,
guess
let's
there should
say
be law.
let's say if alimony protects spouses who sacrifice careers for the family, that sacrifice was a personal choice, and temporary support or asset division can cover the transition, not lifetime payments. If someone has an argument like, oh, without alimony, lower earning spouses suffer. I mean, that's why we have social safety nets and employment assistance. Dependence on an ex is not an answer. And if someone says it encourages fairness after divorce, I mean, true, fairness means both parties move on and rebuild, not remain financially entangled forever, right?
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, because I've also seen on the social media that many women get alimony and they demand around
Crores,
rupees,
yeah,
crores of
billions,
rupees in billions of rupees for
and
alimony.
they get approved also. They get
Yeah,
approved
that's
also.
I also don't know like even if they are very at good condition, why can't they hard work and earn the money and why they depend on the alimony concept? Like they can also work like the main does. They can also work and earn the money and get proper payout then it will be I guess properly equal like if the men and women both are working then it's okay like I guess if men and women both are working then the woman does not uh, get the alimony because she is already financial stable.
Yeah, I think that laws should reflect the reality we live in today, not outdated assumptions about dependence. Alimony is, I mean, it's not just a legal relic; it's a moral contradiction in a society that claims to value equality, independence, and fairness.
Yeah, right. And some also says some people are in the favor of alimony sometimes uh, some people says that like I already said alimony for women some people says that alimony help a woman who may have sacrificed career to support the family or this as we already speak.
Even man can do that.
Yeah, I guess see Prashant, I think that man and woman both are like equal and they both are unique. Okay, man has like their own work and woman has their own work. Okay, so sometimes woman can't do the work the man is doing.
I mean,
Okay,
like
so
after
both are
after
unique.
after a person dies, everyone is reduced down to skeleton. There's no man, there's
Yeah,
no woman.
yeah,
It
right.
is just a skeleton. I mean, like, I mean, why there's a difference? Everything should be equal and fair for
And
both parties.
Yeah, and some people also says that without alimony, financially dependent partners may fall into poverty or become reliant on public assistance. So, what do you think about it?
I mean, same applies to man also, no? I mean, like
Yeah, the same, like same applies for the man, but the law is not made for the man.
that is what that needs to be changed. That needs
And
to be revived.
I think that when the law will get changed,
Yeah, I think law should change, and
the
then the
law
people's
should
mindset
change.
will change.
Yeah, you
Because
are
it's
right.
because of law that people are, like in some cases, movements are misusing the power. It is because of the law. It's not about people's mindset. People have not decided that. The law has decided that.
Yeah, the law has decided that, and I guess that men should also get the alimony. Like they should also the law should be made for them also.
Yeah, if it is for women, it should be for men also. Why there's no law for men then?
Yeah. Yeah, and Sweetie, you can also share your opinions on the chat if you have, like, if you can share, you can share it on the chat also, so I can read your opinions. Okay, I don't know the details about alimony. I guess so. I don't know much. I guess Sweetie does not know about the alimony, right, Prashant?
Looks like maybe you can
Yeah,
explain.
yeah. See, Sweetie, alimony. If a wife cheats on the husband, is she still entitled to alimony? Okay, so Prashant, what do you want to say on it? Sweetie has said that if a wife cheats on the husband, is she still entitled to alimony?
I mean, that is what happens in today's era, right? And which should not happen. That is why we are arguing for, right? Like if a wife cheats her husband, right? She shouldn't be entitled to alimony whatsoever. Uh, but in today's society, it is still. I mean, like what woman does is, she will accuse that husband of domestic violence,
Yeah,
unnatural sex, and so on. She will pin the blame, and the needle of suspicion, and that needle of suspicion will be hovering over the husband's head, and he should leave his work and everything, including his job, to like fight for it. Women will decide where to take the court date at what location. Let's say what happened to about Atul Subhash case, right? He had to travel so far to attend the court, and he didn't get
yeah.
justice. That is why he had to sacrifice his own life just to make people aware about the true reality of today's society.
Well, Prashant, I think that if the laws can change, at least there should be some limitations, for the
So there is
alimony.
what I know is that I think there's a new law where a woman cannot divorce more than thrice. I am not sure if that is still relevant in India, but that's what I've heard. I do
Yeah,
not know
yeah.
whether it's true
Sweetie
or
is
not.
also saying that I heard a woman divorced 2 times, so she lives comfortably on alimony money. It sounds
Because
like an
Hmm. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Prashant.
Yeah, because like that, a woman will take divorce interminably, continuously. Then, just to get an alimony from here, one husband, from other husband, from third husband, she'll become
Yeah,
rich and
right,
rich, and
right.
husband will get poor and poor.
Yeah, you are right. Then the woman will get the loss of money from she will divorce to each
She'll
and
keep
every
on,
husband.
yeah,
Yeah,
marry
she keep
100
on
times
divorce.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think Prashant, that if the woman is already financially stable and she is working, then I don't think she needs the money of the alimony.
And like I understand, in villages, women they do not work. I mean, not work meaning like do not work in a professional environment, and they do work. They try to save money. They usually teach their own children. They do some household chores, which I understand, and that is like that I respect also. But like it is that I understand those women, but on the other hand, there are also women who try to abuse that power, right? So, and
Yeah.
to avoid that, to prevent that, this laws should rethink about what they're
Yeah,
doing.
the law should rethink or like I said, there should be a lots of limitation. Like if the woman is already on the job, yeah, or the
And
she's already financially stable.
and you know what? There in today's date, there are also free education for women in India. in most Hollywood
Yeah,
convent
yeah,
schools,
most of, yeah, right, right.
most girls have been taught for free because they know there are like lots of female infanticides going on, and some families they do not consider teaching or sending their female child to school just because they think that they will not continue the lineage. But gone are those days, I respect the all the the laws that that encourage the women to study and be self-sufficient and be independent whatsoever. And
Yeah,
I truly think that women should stand on our own feet, and which is happening today. I've seen lots of women, they are joining professional work environment. They're also upgrading themselves to the modern technologies, and they are like
but
making themselves. Yeah,
those women also want the alimony.
which is
Like
wrong, which is
if
wrong,
you
and the law
if you
should
came to
consider.
India, if you came to India, or like I have seen that the working women also want the alimony. Even they are financially stable, they also want the alimony.
No, but like I have seen like few YouTube videos, in that the judge, they actually like have counter question that women who are asking like 2 crores if their financial status is all good and perfectly head and hearty, you know, counter question, if you're so much stable, if you can stand on your own feet, then why you are requesting? See, alimony is for women who are really in critical need. It's not just for anyone. I mean, like tomorrow, a woman will just marry, maybe a business magnate, some high luminary or celebrity, and then take divorce, thinking that okay, I'll just sustain on alimony. It doesn't work that way. I think law usually it's not like law is not looking into it. Law is looking, because I've seen that most of the but you never know, what will happen next. So you cannot just sit and then because it is true that we have to fight for it and
Yeah,
have
right.
all because sometimes law they do not see how this court system works. They works on evidences. It doesn't work on social media like what people says there. It doesn't works on like whatever I say. It works on evidence. It works on proofs. If a person doesn't have proofs, that law will also not help, right?
Yeah, right. Like so in short, like we can say that alimony should be given to the equal, like men and women both should receive the alimony. And also, I think that the law should get changed. Like if the woman is already working professional, then I don't think that should get the alimony. And like you said also, Prashant, that there is change in the law that women can only get sometime like only she get the alimony 3 times.
I don't think alimony 3 times. It's like they cannot divorce more than twice.
More, yeah, more than 3 times. Yeah, right, right. So,
I mean, if
yeah,
the law has thought about giving alimony, I respect the decision, but they should also rethink that alimony, is it like valid for that woman? If it is something, if the if they should, I mean because why I'm saying is that in some cases, women why the alimony gets approved because women some at times, I mean some women they try to kind of object their significant others, like the excess of domestic violence and so on. So this is
yeah,
what like when they have maybe if the law has considered alimony, that should be somewhat good for good only, right? At some point, if they have considered that, but it's not just like law being needs to be changed. I mean, there's because why I'm saying is there's some cases where women have abused because just because
yeah,
they haven't the husband the other side of the that party hasn't provided enough proof, right?
yeah, 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 Prashant. And also we got the see, Sweetie is also saying something. She's saying that in my opinion, the if the woman is pregnant, then the ex-husband should support for a temporary time if she has no income.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is what I said. My previous statement was on that
yeah,
basis only, right?
you said it. And also Sweetie, one more, she said also that she should seek to marry again or find a job in that time. And if she does not do that, then the husband should no longer pay
Yeah, you
alimony.
see? Yeah,
Yeah,
that is what I was trying to say.
yeah,
There
Sweetie
are
is
special
also,
circumstances. There are special circumstances that one should consider. That is what, the law is made for. And it is for our better good only. I mean, it's not just like, it's like there's a law for women, there's no law for men. It is not at all like that. The law is for everyone. But it is just,
yeah,
there are special circumstances to be considered. If they have like created this law, then that should be someone for someone good only, right? But it's
yeah,
like,
right.
see, it's like I have a knife, right? So if I give a knife, if someone asks me for a knife to cut vegetables, I give that
Yeah,
person a knife. But in future, if that person uses that knife to kill others, then that's bad, right?
yeah, right, right. Yeah, Prashant, like I agree to you, and I also agree to the Sweetie's opinion also. And also, Sweetie has said that, but if she caused the divorce, then she should not be entitled to any alimony. Okay, yeah, I am Sweetie. I agree to the Sweetie's point also. Like, if she caused the divorce, like if the woman is responsible for the divorce, then she should not be entitled to any alimony.
I mean,
Yeah,
like, not
Prashant.
not all women are like that, but some women, they try to abuse
Yes,
their
some.
power, right? So, which is where the law should take
Currently, Prashant,
cognizance.
see, if you see on the social media, then there are lots of videos going on the alimony in which women's demand for a huge amount
Yeah.
of money for the alimony. And
Mm.
that literally every each and other people says that why she needs a lot of money, why she can't earn.
Yeah. Even I have seen that.
Yeah, don't know like what's the thing, but a woman can also earn if she's perfectly fit and she's young, then she can work also. She can find a job. And also, I have seen, if you have seen a video on the social media, there is a video like there is a woman and she something, I guess, 1 or 2 crores of alimony money she needs, and she also had 2 daughters. Okay,
Mm.
so many people says that if she has 2 daughters, then her daughters can also earn. She can also, like the woman can also earn. Then why she needs the alimony?
Yeah, because see, like, I'm not against man or I'm not against woman. I'm against like bad people, like who are misusing the power, right?
Yeah. And the
So
woman also said that, see, Krishan, in the court, the woman said that I need the alimony money for my, for my daughter's education and their marriage purpose and all the things. So I thought that her daughters are young, they can also do the job and earn the money. And what's the problem? Like,
no,
why she wants?
yeah, I've seen that, there's like one house where, they were a couple and they were blessed with 2 daughters. But due to some reason, that their father and, that man of the family, he died for some reason. And the 2 daughters, they were still working and they weren't doing overtime to sustain their livelihood.
Yeah,
So wherever it is possible, like if there's what I'm trying to say, there are special circumstances. It's no,
yeah,
it's like, yeah, if there's something that even the law is out of the law's hand, then law should also actually help. And at the same time, they should also take cognizance of the fact that there's something fishy going on. You know.
yeah, right, right. Like, see, it depends on the alimony should get, depends on the circumstances.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, that's the point. And I guess that's a very good point. Like alimony should only get when there is a perfect circumstances. Like this, see, Suti also said that if, in my opinion, if woman is pregnant, then the
Hmm.
ex-husband should support. That's a very also good point. And then Prashant, you also said that at a specific circumstances, women should get alimony.
You know
And
why?
yeah,
Because what some men do is like, they, I mean, because of them, for some women, once a woman is pregnant, they try to leave, like the woman on the road. So this is where, like, I was talking about the special circumstances where
yeah,
the
right.
law should consider. Hmm.
Okay, so I think we have discussed we have already a very healthy discussion on this topic. So, what's your final conclusion, Prashant, and Sweetie also, what's your final conclusion? So, starting with Prashant, what is your final conclusion on this topic?
So my closing statement, I think in concluding, alimony is a legal practice that belongs to a bygone era, an era where one partner was financially dependent on the other by default, but that is no longer the reality we live in. Today, we advocate for equality between partners, for self-sufficiency, and for fairness in relationships and their dissolution. Yet,
Yeah,
alimony keeps people tied to their past financially and emotionally, often creating lifelong burdens based on temporary relationships. It punishes success, rewards dependence, and allows the legal system to interfere with a person's right to move on. I mean, we are not arguing against support in cases of real need. We are arguing against the permanent court-enforced financial entanglement after the marriage has ended. So that is my stand on it.
So in short, we can say that alimony should depend on specific circumstances.
Yeah, let divorce be a clean break and not a lifelong sentence.
Yeah, right, Prashant. Yeah, I agreed with that point. And Sweetie, what's your conclusion from your side? Is there any conclusion you want to say? Okay, that's my conclusion too. So everybody agreed to the Prashant's point, and that was a very healthy discussion with Sweetie and Prashant. So okay, so with I think that we have a very good time with this debate. If yeah, wait, Sweetie is also saying if there is an absolute necessary, then there can be a temporary element. Okay, that's all. Okay, so from Sweetie's side, Sweetie is saying that if there is an absolute necessary, then there can be a temporary element. Yeah, I agreed with the Sweeties also. So in fact, we three of people have the same point. In short, we can say that in a specific circumstances, a woman can get the alimony. Yeah, yeah, that's all. Okay, so Prashant and Sweetie, thank you for joining the debate, and it was a very good time with both of you. You both shared very good opinions on the topic. So if you want to like join the debate again, then let me know. I will let you in on the next topic. So we have the debates in every week at Sunday 7 p.m. So if anyone is interested in the debate, then just let me know. I will send you the debate details of the next Sunday. So once again, thank you so much, Prashant, and thank you so much, Sweet, for joining this
Thank
debate.
you. Thank you so much. Have a
Okay.
good one. Bye.
Yes. Okay. If Sweet is saying if I get email, okay, I will think about it. Okay.
Okay. Bye,
Okay.
Akshay.
So yeah, see you soon, Prashant. Take care.
Bye. You too.
Have a good day, bro.
You too. Good night. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
See you soon. Yeah.